Good morning, South Carolina. Thank you for having me here today, and my 10-year-old daughter is with me, Kellyanne Conway. I'm so tired of hearing about the demographic challenges. I was just backstage with 5 different people who have 4 children each. That's one answer to the demographic challenges. Today we celebrate the one thing that binds all of us, and that's freedom. This is the Freedom Summit. Today we honor and we think about those school children giving the Pledge of Allegiance every morning, that aspiring entrepreneur who wants to get out of the daily grind and convert her passion and her hobby into a business. We honor the 27-year-old who wonders why he just paid a penalty to not buy government-run health care that he doesn't want and can't afford. We think about the freedom that drives the peaceful protesters, the faithful worshipers, the father with the firearm close by to protect his family. And of course, we think about the elderly veteran who sacrificed so much just so we can sit in a place like this and speak freely, who now is facing his most formidable challenge, walking into a corrupt and apathetic VA hospital that should give him a hero's welcome instead of red tape and the runaround. Conservatism, freedom is on the ascendancy. Look at the last election results here. Look at this week's election results in the UK. That's right. Conservatives in the UK ran on reining in the budget deficit, on decreasing wasteful spending on welfare programs, and in deciding whether or not to continue with the centralization of the EU. So conservatism is on the ascendancy. Why are we also here today? Come on, face it. You're here to see some presidential candidates. And let me tell you something. This is not a dog and pony show. This is a job interview, and you're doing the interviewing. So let's think about what you really want to know. Can I see you as my commander-in-chief? What will you do to protect my pocketbook concerns and my personal liberties? The question is not who can win, the question is who can lead. This fiction of electability is always peddled by people who want to tell you who can win. And they always choose, listen, if people who would never ever support a Republican for president are telling you which Republicans can win, run the other way. They know exactly who can't win. You're a free thinker and you will make this up, you'll make up your mind for yourself. And this year we have an incredibly diverse field. Already we have 6 candidates, more to come I'm sure. And it's a true free market, pro-competition primary, where we will have a big contest, a big battle of ideas. Now, if you look at some of the polling, you think the question is, who would you rather have a beer with? Who would you rather have as your friend and neighbor? And my all-time favorite, which candidate would you trust to watch your children for a couple of hours on a Saturday morning? I'm thinking with 4 kids under the age of 10, I would pick any of them. It's not a fair question. Come on, Uncle Bernie Sanders. Join us for a couple of hours. Kids, this is Hillary Clinton. She may not smile all morning, but she does really creative things with her email. Freedom is on display here too because we have this huge diverse group of candidates. So the left screams about diversity, 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 diversity. So today we have a woman, an African American, a couple of doctors, not 1 but 2 Latino sons of Cuban immigrants, and so on and so on. Fresh faces, new ideas, generational transformational change. They don't like old, white, and rich. And their answer to that is Hillary. talk about Hillary for a moment, shall we? I'm just not afraid of her. I know this is tough work, ladies and gentlemen, but it's worthy work. I'm not afraid of somebody who's the second most compelling, exciting person in a two-person household. She has changed her position so many times on issues this week that I kind of miss the old Hillary riding around in the van not saying anything. Now, we all change our minds on things. We all grow, we all evolve, but it seems more like expediency than an evolution. And what do voters ask themselves about a candidate? Do I like you? And are you like me? They're going to ask, do I like you? And are you like me? She has very little in common with the average person. Yes. And that matters to people. Relatability, that connective tissue, that matters to people. But her challenge is more fundamental than that. There's literally a split of opinion, according to a media poll last week, on whether you trust Hillary Clinton. So think to yourselves, would you hire someone? Would you engage in a relationship or marry someone? Would you work with someone who you don't trust, who you don't think is completely honest and trustworthy? Then I can't imagine why you would do that for President of the United States. What possibly can follow the but? I'm not sure if I trust her, but what possibly can follow the but when so much is at stake? Also, I think this is the year, since Hillary will play the gender card, this is the cycle, ladies and gentlemen, to force a two-way conversation on abortion. Let's have a two-way conversation on abortion. So they want to know from pro-lifers, what do you believe? Here's what we believe. We agree with the New York Times cover story from 2 days ago, that a baby born prematurely at 22 weeks deserves medical intervention and a chance to live. Front page story in the New York Times. Pro-lifers believe that a woman or a girl facing an unplanned pregnancy does not deserve our scorn and our judgment. She deserves our compassion and our support. We believe that every human life is worthy and has value and dignity, and we will respect that. And ladies and gentlemen, pro-lifers also respect dissenting viewpoints. There are 6 female Republican United States senators as I stand here before you, 6. 3 are pro-life, 3 are pro-choice. I challenge any of you, money to your favorite charity. If you can name for me 5 prominent pro-life Democratic female office holders in the federal Congress. You can't. 4, 3, 2, 1. You can't. They've been purged from their party. There are no blue dog Democrats, boll weevil Democrats, pro-life female Democrats left. Nope. She's not an elected official. But think about it. So let's ask Mrs. Clinton and people on the left, what does it mean to be pro-choice? I'm just curious, what does that mean? Say you're pro-choice. Does it mean abortion anytime, anyone, anywhere? How about taxpayer-funded abortion? How about the $500 million Planned Parenthood gets a year and then goes out and supports one party's candidates? It does no mammograms. How about partial birth, 7th, 8th, 9th month abortion? How about fetal pain abortion and halfway point? And how about that big one, sex selection abortion? It's time to have a two-way conversation on abortion, and it really should be this year because the gender card will be played. Look, the idea of a female president, I think that's terrific. I have 3 daughters. You can wait for them, ages 10, 7, and 5. I think a female president is terrific. But the question, ladies and gentlemen, is not do you want a woman to be president, it's do you want that woman to be president? Hillary is not a hypothetical. She's Hillary. Every election is about the future and not the past. Every election is about you and not me, the candidate. And every election, with one exception, since 1960, has had voters support the candidate that they told pollsters they saw as more optimistic, uplifting, and just pleasant. Free speech. Okay. So that begins with you. Be optimistic. Be pleasant. Be a happy warrior. Take 7 seconds, 70 seconds, or 7 minutes if somebody will listen to you. And tell people who disagree with you or who haven't really given it much thought why you're here, why you care, why you're a conservative, why you fight for freedom. I like to say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, grandmothers, godmoms, and God bless you all.